By popular demand, I'm doing a reading about the royal family. I've been asked in many comments to continue exploring the royal family issues. I actually stopped at some point with all those readings about Princess Catherine. So what I would like to focus on today is King Charles and the future of his reign. Welcome to Mina's bookshelf. Thank you so much for being here. Reports and claims and rumors of a possible abdication have been very persistent in recent days. Royal sources, who knows who they are actually, right? Who knows if what the press puts out there is actually trustworthy, truthful. But anyway, royal experts, sources close to the royal family are speculating over and over that King Charles might actually abdicate very soon due to his health issues. Frequent and very close meetings with his son William during the summer might have been the red flag that actually led a lot of royal experts believe that there were some intense meetings and conversations about the possibility of an abdication. In that case, Prince William would become king. So I'm going to go into this aspect of the future of this monarchy in this reading, and I'm going to use oracle cards and tarot cards. I'm going to start with a very simple question, very direct. So, is it true that King Charles is about to abdicate in favor of his son William? Numerous events and commitments, cancellations also have been the reason why so many royal experts have been speculating that the abdication might be closer than we thought. His health might be declining, and it might be declining pretty quickly. So, what do we need to know about the possibility of an abdication? What is the future of the British monarchy? So, three cards. We have support. We have transmutation. And we have the town hall. Okay, we'll read from the guidebook the meanings of some of these cards. The fisherman on the bottom of the deck. Overall energy, they're actually waiting to cast the nets at the appropriate time. So they might be thinking, they might be waiting for the right time to make an announcement, to make a decision and announce it in a formal way. General energy of the situation. Confusion, very interesting. And one more. And new chapter. Okay, they might not have clear idea on how to proceed, but there's definitely a new chapter, a new beginning. They might feel the need to actually put an end to King Charles' reign and open a new chapter with William. This is why the media, which is very supportive of the royal family, is trying to put Prince William in the better light possible, despite the bizarre circumstances he's been finding himself with because of the disappearance from the public light of his wife, Princess Catherine. But there's a period of confusion. We are pretty confused because reports coming out about the health situation of some of the royals and the lack of clarity certainly fed the speculations and the rise of so many theories about the real reason behind the disappearance of Princess Catherine from the public eye. Now, support the transmutation and the town hall. The town hall is a place of power, but it's not, let's say, Buckingham Palace. It's not the power of the royal family. This is a decision that might be eventually be made in, I don't know legally how it works, but it's certainly something where the parliament, so to speak, which the town hall could be a representation of, has a say in the matter. Transmutation. This is the windmill. It's a cycle that comes to an end. It's a new beginning. It's endings and beginnings, and certainly echoes the energy of the new chapter card. Support. This could be an indication of the amount of people within the royal family who are actually supporting or not supporting King Charles in whatever decision he will make regarding the possibility of an abdication. Now, I would like also to reflect on something. Some concerning news have been surfacing lately of misuse of charity money when it comes to Prince William and King Charles. So, scandals of all kinds have been looming in the background in this royal family for way too long, and maybe they do feel like it's the case to clear the tables completely and start a new chapter. They certainly need to understand exactly what they're going to do with Princess Catherine anyway. I think it was the Spanish press that lately came out saying that they are sure, I don't know what their sources are, that Catherine will not come back in her role at all. At all. In fact, her appearances have become pretty rare after trooping of the colors and her participation to the award ceremony at the Wimbledon tournament. So we'll see. Let's pull a few cards from also from the tarot, and let's ask about King Charles. Is he really close to make a decision about abdicating and passing the throne to his son, William? We have Justice, the decision card. He's definitely pondering. This decision might have been made, actually. He might have already made a decision in his heart, Chariot, to move forward with. What is this decision about? Eight of Cups, moving away, abandoning, stepping down from the throne, stepping down. And what comes next? Nine of Cups. It actually might be what he desires deep in his heart. This is what he wants. He comes through as a very selfish, we might say, kind of personality. His personal satisfaction is what comes first. So if you feel the needs to best ales, wines, and spirits, he feels the need to follow his heart, to follow his dreams and wishes, and he probably feels like it's time for him to step away, to step down and abdicate. The Lovers. It's about decisions. It's a major decision. He might be making this decision also. Maybe to meet the wishes of his wife, Camilla. Could it be? And Six of Swords. Moving on. This is a card of moving on, improving, healing, leaving difficult situations behind, moving towards calmer waters, safe grounds. Interesting. I really believe like the decision that it feels like has been made. And there might be actually a plan, a strong will to move forward with the idea of stepping down. You see how this character here is leaving the 8 cups behind. There's a lot of calculation here. I do believe that this actually has been on their minds, on the minds of the royal family for quite some time, possibly since they received news of the illness. There was a lot of thought, a lot of calculations, a lot of planning, a lot of scheming. Money matters, of course, but it feels like this is, at least in their, in their planning phase, this is a done deal. He is ready, and this is what he wants. It's actually his wish and desire. I do believe that he wants to spend the rest of his life with his wife, and that he wants to leave all the incredible heartaches and complications and scandals and difficult situation his kingdom has always been attached to. He wants to leave all that behind. All he wants to focus on is his wife, which feels it's always been the case with him. All he ever wanted was just being with the woman he loved. He sacrificed so much. He sacrificed his marriage. He sacrificed his kids just to be with this woman. On the bottom of the deck, we have Two of Cups. And I do believe that this is all he wants. Five of Wands in the back, Strength, Three of Wands, Queen of Pentacles, the Empress. The Empress for me, normally in the reading, is Camilla. So I think that the person that is advising him here is probably, and the person he's going to listen to more than anything else, anybody else, is his wife. So his union to Camilla is what really matters. So he's ready to step down and leave the burden of this complicated monarchy to his son. Let's go into the guidebook for the oracle and see who this support. Actually, let's pull a card from the tarot to clarify each of these. But I think it's clear. I wouldn't be surprised if they will actually proceed with the legal steps necessary for this abdication to happen. And it's going to be the transition from a time of confusion to a new chapter, and we'll pull cards for that too. So who is this support? Why do we get the card, the support card? Probably this is a decision that he finds the favor of a lot of people within the family. We have the Six of Cups and the Tower. This is the end of a situation, pretty dramatic ending. I do feel like they all have been wearing the pink tinted glasses until now. The idea of this monarchy is quite outdated. It belongs to the past. They've been trying to hold on to it, but it's coming down in a crashing way, actually. So the transmutation. The Town Hall. Why do we have the Town Hall card? The Ace of Cups. The new beginning, the new chapter. Political powers might be involved in this decision to put an end to this monarchy. This is the Tower, the transmutation energy, in favor of a new beginning, in favor of a new chapter, leaving behind all the scandals, leaving behind all the controversy, and also the idea that this monarchy is actually an anachronistic, at least in the way it's conceived today. They need to modernize it. And I do believe that there's a lot of support within the royal circles to the idea of putting an end to King Charles' reign and actually modernize for real this monarchy. If it still wants to have a chance to remain relevant in the world, consider what we're going through financially, politically, on a planetary on a planetary scope. So if from these cards it looks like actually it is going to happen. They're giving it a serious thought. The decisions might have been made. I do believe that he just wants to retire with that Six of Swords and the Lover's cards and the Two of Cups. All he wants is retire with his wife, enjoy the rest of his life. Now let's ask the tarot. Let's ask a few questions about. Oh, I would like to pull a cards from the Lenormand as well, but then I want to focus for a moment on William to see if he's prepared to cover this responsibility. So we have the mountain, we have the garden, and we have the birds. This is the sign that there's a lot of conversation happening among a circle of people about the decision, about the choices that King Charles has. It looks like there's a big obstacle here that needs to be removed first, but I think that he is trying to have conversations, and this could be referring to the frequent meetings that have been announced by the press between Charles and William to discuss the future of the monarchy, that have been intensifying. It's also about the anxiety that might be the main energy of these conversations and these meetings. What else do we need to know about the possibility of an abdication? Well, I do believe that it's quite problematic. There are a lot of obstacles. It's a big problem, but finding a solution might be quite hard. With this key card here, clarifying the mountain. It's all upon money. King of diamonds here, and the fish card usually represents money movement, choices that regard capital, funds, cash, money, and the commitment. A commitment. This card might refer to also Prince William and his ability to commit to this new role within the royal family. This could be a financial contract. So it all comes down to money, of course. Follow the money trail and you will get to the root of all evil, as they say. Okay, let's see. Let's ask about William now. So what do we need to know about Prince William ability to be the successor to the throne prematurely? That's for sure. Oh, just a moment. Here, where is it? Let's see, the support card. As we said, this could be the support within the royal entourage that this decision might have met. Everybody maybe seems to be in favor. Once in a while, when all this artifice is stripped away, the facade is broken and crumbled to the street, the bedrock of support that is actually holding you up is revealed. This card is asking you to consider what is actually supporting you. Is it a belief structure? Is it a person or a group of people? Is it your confidence in yourself? A good support system during a period of trauma or during a steep learning curve can mean the difference between that failure and being able to successfully shoulder responsibility or burden. It might also be that he lacks the support at this point, that everybody wants him to abdicate because they other people significant people in the royal family are not ready, are not willing to support him throughout his kingdom until the very end, until his passing. There might be lack of trust, lack of support. And this is why the decision of stepping down at this point is the best option. Alternately, when things are falling apart, it could be that what you thought was going to support you turns out to be just as false as the rest of the structure that have collapsed around you, which is, the foundations of this royal family. The lies, the cheating, the scandals. This is just too much. I mean, the role model that they are supposed to represent in today's society, if they really want to continue existing and be relevant, is about giving a good role model, and they're not even fulfilling this. If this God is failing in relationship to someone else, how can you be a solid support for them? What can you do to help a loved one make it through difficult times or be successful in a difficult task? He obviously, according to these cards and the way I'm reading them, he's lacking the support, and this is why he has finally made the decision of stepping down. Let's read transmutation very quickly. Let's see if we can get any additional information. Page 98. So what the guidebook says seems to corroborate what we've been saying so far. Transmutation is about turning one thing into another. How does wind become electricity? How does struggle become determination or despair? If we don't know the mechanics, how one thing can become another will seem like magic. How do I take a negative work situation and make it work for me instead of against me? How do I take this rocky relationship and smooth out the emotional terrain? How can I begin to move those unresolved family issues around so they're not affecting my behavior in unproductive ways? This is not a quick or easy answer to your question. It might involve a lot of work and innovative thinking. The appearance of this card could also be trying to show you what sort of transmutation is happening in your life subconsciously. A struggle to begin a new life is making you nostalgic, and that's why we had that Six of Cups. For times past, the excitement of creativity has now turned to impatience as you wait for your ideas to be approved. If you're unsure what this card is referring to, don't be afraid to pull some clarifying cards, especially one on either side, to see what is turning into something else. And this is what I was saying. They've been hanging on this idea of this monarchy for way too long. And the thing is, they haven't been walking the walk of all those ideals and principles that they were using to justify their presence in today's world. Very anachronistic. It's time to turn the page. It really is time to modernize this monarchy. The town hall, pretty sure represents places of power where people have a saying in the matter. Page 40. This card is all about opening up to debate. It's time to let some other opinions in. The town hall is a place where the issues are tackled by acknowledging that you may not have all the answers and it might be time for help. It could also indicate a decision that will have far-reaching impact on more than just you, something that cannot be a one-person mandate. Since we don't generally have this sort of venue in our modern lives, what sorts of resources do you have that would help you make your decisions? And I do believe this is the involvement of the political system in the UK to make this decision. Now let's focus on Prince William. So, what would a monarchy under the guidance of Prince William look like? What kind of king, what kind of kingdom is he potentially going to be? We have the vows. We have the gamble. And we have the caretaker. Okay. Bottom of the deck, the turables. We'll clarify these and we'll also read from the guidebook. So we have the vows. This is the commitment. And it's a commitment that he has since the day he was born. He was trained to do this. He actually was raised in ways that his brother was not, to fulfill his destiny. The gamble. This card is not very encouraging because it doesn't feel like there's an actual plan here. It's about taking risks, a lot of risks, and the caretaker. Let's see. We'll see. A couple of cards from this deck for the general energy. What kind of king? What kind of kingdom are we gonna see under Prince William leadership? What kind of leader is he gonna be? What is the energy? We have danger, exhaustion, which corroborates the idea that he actually might not be equipped to be um, king. It might not have the fortitude. It might not have the energy. I do believe that under a kind of training, he might be prepared, but it's his persona. Is his we have a word in Italian, indole. How could I translate that? It's his personality traits. It's his moral statue. It could be his, the fiber is made of that might make it a bit difficult for him to be a good leader. Energy on the bottom of the deck, caution. Okay, so let's see from the tarot. What kind of king, what kind of kingdom is it gonna be like with William at the helm? Just 4 cards, and then I'll clarify in each and every one of them, and I'll read from the guidebook. From the look of it, there's also a strong chance that he might be a single king, if not legally single, as a matter of fact single, which is so different from what the monarchy was in the past. The Sun. We have the Ten of Wands, the exhaustion card right there. This might indicate the fact that he might be getting tired of being at the center of the attention pretty quickly. He might be already tired of being at the center of attention, because the life of this, and for all those people that come in the comments and say that I don't like the monarchy, I don't like William, it's not my circus, not my monkeys. I'm an external viewer using tarot cards. These are not facts. These are just energies. I'm just reading the cards for entertainment purposes only. So I do have a lot of empathy for all these people. I was around when King Charles married Princess Diana. I was around when Princess Diana died. I actually watched the funeral, and I always thought about these 2 young men losing their mother at such a young age and having to deal with all that sorrow and whatever came before them. So I do have empathy, believe it or not, for these people. 6 of Cups. Yeah, he's been at the center of the attention since a very young age, since he was a child. And he might be already exhausted of that. 7 of Wands. He's going to have to fend himself, create barriers, put his foot down to protect himself from this energy, to safeguard his mental health, I believe. This is what I'm getting from these cards. He's really going to have a lot of attention on him. He might not be ready for that. That might be also quite a bit of opposition to him. Clarified by, we have the 2 of Swords. If he could, he would be in hiding. He would make sure that his exposure to the public attention will not be so enhanced. 9 of Wands is really trying to protect himself. He's really trying to create a barrier between himself and the rest of the world. This is not the energy of somebody who is ready to embrace the new responsibility. 7 of Swords. Unfortunately, there's the imposter syndrome. I mean, that I might argue that the cards probably are talking about some underhanded behavior that he might be hiding. But there is also the self-sabotage. There's something that he might have done or is doing to sabotage himself because he doesn't feel ready for this task. The Lovers. He will eventually make the decision to commit to this. This could be, these two cards might be talking about his relationship to his wife, and there is a sense of, you know, lack of clarity, lack of honesty here. What he's probably, his biggest problem is that once he become king, he's problematic and rather interesting and controversial situation with Princess Catherine is going to come to the surface. How is going to justify the fact that this future queen is not around anymore? How is he going to justify the fact that he's going to go on royal duties by himself? How is he going to justify the fact that this woman is nowhere to be seen? He's going to try to protect himself mainly because of this, because there's something here, something not clear about his union to Catherine. Bottom of the deck, the Emperor, the Six of Wands, the Star, the Knight of Swords, the Two of Wands, the Five of Cups. Is obviously going to be at the center of the attention. See, with the Star and the Six of Wands, all eyes on him. And we all know from what the press has been speculating about him that he's quite a controlling person. He's certainly going to be that kind of king. Is the my way or the highway kind of person. He's really going to hold everybody in his under his thumb, absolutely controlling everything. And there's something here, there's something not right when it comes to his union, his relationship to Catherine. Let's see what the where is it? The Lenormand. Actually, no, let's use a different one. What the Lenormand has to say about William as a king. Why do we have, excuse me, why do we have the vows, the gamble, and the caretaker? We have the flowers, the mountain again, and the snake. This card wants to be seen also, the book, and it came out in reverse. So he's definitely going to accept, he's going to commit this, he's going to be offered an opportunity here to become king prematurely. Big problems though. The gamble. This is a situation that is very risky, a lot of obstacles on his way. Also, the caretaker. This is something that is hidden, some sort of truth. And betrayal, the betrayal card. There's a betrayal that is hidden here. So big problems, and the big obstacle to this could be either a person who has, somebody knows something about him, and you certainly shouldn't be trusting this person. Could this be Camilla? So let's see the vows. Where's the guidebook? The vows. 124. The appearance of this card is suggesting that some sort of sacred agreement is coming into play. What vow have you made regarding the question at hand? Or could it be that what is needed here is your assurance to yourself or others that you are committed to working towards an outcome? Is he really committed to become king? Many times, vows are made to ourselves after traumatic events that have repercussions, which echo through our lives for many years after the event itself. This card is asking you to examine these to see if they are useful or harmful at the present moment. If the vow or promise is not obvious, try pulling another card or two to define what vow is triggered in this situation. If you are one who believes in and is exploring past lives, this card can have a significant indication that a problem in your current life is arising from a vow made in another lifetime. Is it a past vow of poverty still in play and blocking you? Is a vow of chastity causing you to judge yourself harshly in this life, there are a multitude of options. But anyway, this is the vow that he has made, even just by being the firstborn of a king. The commitment, this is his duty. He cannot really escape from that. But this energy here, the gamble and the mountain, it's not very reassuring. What are these risks? The gamble, 110. For some, this is a scary place to be. For others, it's thrilling. Regardless of where you fall on the spectrum, you're now faced with being at the point of taking that chance. You're at the table, people are waiting on you to play your hand. It might take time to look at what you could gain and what you have to lose. What about your fellow players? Are they nervous, showing you their tells, bluffing like pros? If you're using this card in a larger reading, what do the surrounding cards say about your chances of winning this hand? Is there any significance to the tables being empty? Are you arriving before the betting starts or showing up late to the party? Are you too distracted by the opulence and getting your chips swiped by the con man on your left? This is really about being unprepared, and this is why we have the Seven of Swords here. The imposter syndrome. He knows that he's not prepared for this. He's not ready. He's really taking a big risk by accepting the call of his destiny. The caretaker. Who's this caretaker? I hope the audio is still okay and that you can hear me well. 42. The caretaker card. If this card appears, it speaks to the quality of caretaking in all of us. In truth, it is not just mothers or parents who do this work. We take care of others and ourselves in a multitudes of ways every day. A good balance can be hard to create, though. There will be times when you're caring for others more than you're cared for, or vice versa. And this is his responsibility as a king, right? The appearance of this card in your reading may be asking you to look deeply into those areas of your life to evaluate where things stand. Are you taking care of others to the detriment of your own self-care? Or are you taking for granted the care you receive from others? Are you being asked to step up to the plate and take ownership of the care you should be giving to a loved one, or to some obligations to which you have committed? And this is about his level of care when it comes to performing his royal duties in the highest moral way. There is a risk when we involve ourselves and intertwine our lives with others in this way, but hopefully the joy and love received and given in these relationships overpower any danger that may be present. Love and care are never wasted, nor is the love in the grand scheme of things. So it's going to really be up to him to open this new chapter, to prove to everyone that he is ready, that he is going to be a good sovereign. I don't know what indications of that we have received in recent times by all the events that have been afflicting this family. I'm quite dubious about that, but we might give the man the benefit of the doubt. He certainly is taking a big chance here, because I don't think he is prepared. I don't think he's prepared for this, but there's a need for the royal family to close a chapter and really start a new one on a completely different foundations. All right, so thank you so much for being with me for this impromptu reading about the royal family and the news that the abdication of King Charles might be in the cards in the near future. Please like, share, subscribe. Don't forget to hit the notification bell to receive notification about my future uploads, and please leave your feedback in the comment section, respectful and constructive as usual. Many blessings to all.